What up, residents? Welcome back to the channel, season 6, episode 2, Sons of Anarchy.
Wow.
I mean, the start of season 6, and I legitimately feel like a broken record. That premiere was just next level, just, oh my god. Just the stuff that's going on, and they introduced us very early to this kid, and the way they transitioned from his face to Jax's face, they were both journaling. It felt like a flashback of like Jax as a kid. But then you see the kid again throughout the episode. He's kind of just wandering around. You see him with his mom and Dave Navarro's character.
Yes.
And he calls him Mijo. I did some homework on that to see exactly what that means. Like exactly what it means. And so it's not his dad.
No.
That's not his son, so like a girlfriend situation maybe.
Right.
The dude's part of Nero's crew, so he was showing up early to her house. He was leaving for school. And yeah, so the relationship there is that's the mom. He's a boyfriend, I'm assuming, based off of that.
Or some type of friend of some kind.
Yeah. But this kid we just kind of see him wandering around. He proceeds to shoot up the school, and you see his his notebook and his drawings, and
he's having some really dark thoughts, and he's going through something.
It's one of those things where that's obviously a very serious topic that's in our world currently, and seeing it play out in this show, it was really hard to watch. And the way it's being included in this story kind of made me scratch my head as to like what the hell is going on here.
Well, I took it as
within
like
the context of the show.
Yeah, I took it as symbolic for like Jax, and like his decisions are just like, they're fucking with everybody's lives, and it's like that child made a decision to go and just destroy lives. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's going to be a bigger part of the story because it's connected to Nero. It's part of something that happened within his crew. Right.
So obviously there's going to be a big story, and obviously it's a really, really, really serious subject, and we'll see where that story goes within the context of this show. But horrible to see, very uncomfortable to watch, and just one of those moments, and it's just really, there aren't words to express the feeling, and there's a lot going on already in this season through this first episode. Tara's in jail. She got bullied for a minute, and then she retaliated to get her stuff back from the girl that bullied her. But she did it the night before her hearing, which I don't know if that's going to become a problem or not.
Yeah,
for her.
That feels like everything is so fucked.
Yeah.
Just so fucked.
It feels like
the sentiment that I can convey.
It feels like everything's falling apart, and like even Jax making comment about like how he's losing guys at the table. You've got Bobby who feels like he took off his VP patch. It feels like he's going to try to go Nomad. He's going to try to like organize that, because even I think Gemma made a comment about Nomad folding. And Juice made a comment like you need four guys who don't have a home, basically. Yeah. So he wrote someone's name down.
Quinn.
So it feels like he's trying to recruit guys potentially for Nomad. We'll see.
Is Juice one of those guys? Does Juice not feel like he has a home anymore because of all the shit that's happened?
I'm very concerned. I'm always concerned for Juice. Just the way they portrayed him in this show.
Yes, like one of those, like you want to hold on to Juice because like he's a grown-ass man, but is he a grown-ass man?
Yeah, exactly. And just everything that he's been through, and all the stuff with Clay, and all the stuff with Jax, and like the threats, and like, hey, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do, like being in everyone's basically their pocket, doing everything that they say to do. It's probably worn on him a lot. Like, especially all the authority stuff, too, with Roosevelt and all that.
Yeah, constantly being pushed around, told what to do, in fear.
Yeah. Change of scenery is sometimes good for people in those situations. That might be where his head's at, especially with where the club is right now. Clay continues to find ways around death. He just continues to... I don't know how he does it. He's always in, like, the best spots. People always want to just protect him for some reason. And, yeah, now we've got Lee... the more we learn about this guy, the more unhinged you realize he is, this former marshal, and his intentions on getting the club and getting retaliation for his sister. I mean, this dude seems scary. He feels really intense. But on the flip side, based off of the track record and some of the history that we learned about him, he's really good at his job because a lot of people owe him favors. And that feels like a really bad guy to have against you.
That that is uncomfortable also to talk about because, like, while Otto has done such terrible things, like,
Otto.
I can't.
His
That's
daily,
hard for me.
It's
to
a daily
watch.
torture for him.
Yeah.
And he can't speak anymore because he bit his fucking tongue off in one of the most intense things I've ever seen. That was just so wild.
That was.
But
like, with the kid stuff, with the Otto stuff, the being.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Words are hard.
So
and it's.
he came and talked to Clay and gave him this deal, and Clay's like, nah, but then he was going back into like public gen, and he was like, oh, I'm probably gonna die if I go in there, so you know what, I'm gonna pass on going there, so I'm gonna go make a deal.
Yeah.
So now it sounds like he's going to reveal some information, and
fuck off.
Per usual,
he needs to die like so bad.
I mean, between Jax not killing him when he was on his basically his deathbed because you needed him to make the deals with the Irish, Bobby voting no to Mr. Mayhem, and now the fact that like, oh shit, we got him in jail. Oh shit, Pope's guys are going to want to retaliate, and he's going to end up in general population, and he's definitely going to die there. Oh, but Lee has his own agenda, and he's going to protect him now and make a deal.
Some bullshit.
Unbelievable.
Bullshit.
It's just, he literally has cheated death so many times.
He's like a cat. I mean, he's got 9 lives.
The fact that, like, Tiny shot at him and didn't kill him. His boy Ope shot at him, actually hit him, but didn't kill him. Like, this dude has been through so much shit. Even, like, earlier, maybe I think it was season 1 when the Mayans came into that bar and tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, this dude is literally the cheater of death, and it's just wild because
it's not fair.
I just keep getting this vibe that he's going to be like the last one standing when this show's all over somehow, just because of...
Please no.
Or when his death actually comes, it's going to be one of the greatest deaths in the history of all TV shows.
I think
because
Jax should
it's
be
building
able to
to
do
that.
it.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's just so insane. That story just continues to roll on when and if Clay's ever going to die. And, you know, Pope died, and his new right hand, or he's the new boss now.
August.
He knows exactly what's going down, and I'm still worried about this dude in terms of getting Jax, because he hit him with that threat like, oh yeah, the authorities, they've got all this stuff, you got your alibi very tight, but if it comes back that they're wrong, and they find out that they're wrong, they're going to do their own digging.
But Pope's family also wants Tig.
Yeah, Tig still has to die, which...
Like, can we...
But the deal is Clay death for Tig death.
But I'm so...
Clay has to die in order for him to turn into Tig, and it feels like Clay's now not going to die, so we'll see.
But I'm so conflicted. These are such... Like, that's why it's so hard for me to, like, form sentences and, like really express my thoughts, because I'm so conflicted with the bullshit that they've done versus the bullshit these other people have done. Like, they all deserve,
yeah,
that's not up to me, but really, deserve to die versus, like, who needs to live versus these poor children, but also, oh my God, it's so much.
Yeah. It's a lot.
They're bad people, but I want them to live.
Yeah, I mean, it's the fun and the joy of watching a show like this. You play along.
Well, the deeper we get into this, I'm like,
of course.
God,
how long have we been?
Die.
But like, how long have we been with Jax and Tig and Bobby? And,
I know.
Like, these guys have like grown on us, and it's like, no, I'm not going to root for them to lose. Like, obviously, in the real world, yeah, the authorities are the ones you root for. But in the show like this, the way they're written and the way they're the center focus of the show, of course we're pulling for the bad dudes. Hello?
That's why I struggle so much with my thoughts, because I'm so conflicted.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of shows that do that to the viewer.
Breaking Bad.
And I definitely am one who's always going to play along in those scenarios, because that's kind of the fun and the point of shows like this. It takes you out of your reality. It takes you into this place where it probably makes you feel a little uncomfortable.
It does.
Because there's moments where it's like, oh, Roosevelt, boo! But Roosevelt's the good guy who's the authority going after this group of biker gang members. I know, they're club members. But it's like, wow, we're pulling for the group of dudes who are doing all the illegal shit.
Terrible stuff.
It's
Terrible.
like hating on Stahl and hating on all those other characters who have been coming after them.
I mean, Stahl
was a giant piece of shit.
Fucking person.
But yeah, like Potter, for example, like he wasn't like the worst dude in the world, but he had a job to do, and you know,
tried to do it.
Yeah, it's just the way the show paints the picture of all these characters, and it's just. It definitely takes you out of your comfort zone because you're definitely rooting for the wrong people if this was real life.
Yeah.
This is a wild,
thank goodness it's not.
Wild premiere of season 6.
But also it might be.
Yeah, you ready for this next episode?
Yes.
Let's go. Also forgot to talk about Jax made a new friend and a new business deal potentially.
Oh God.
I'm Simon, but we gotta talk. That shit at the school yesterday, that Count of Aquino, that was Matthew. He's the one who shot everybody up.
The Havanese boy?
Who?
My old lady's kid.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
It was my KG-9, Mono.
Oh, fuck.
The cops gonna be all over her.
She told him she had never seen the gun before, man.
Yeah, well, her kid just got killed. They're not pressing her yet.
Are they going to be able to link the guns back to them?
This is awful.
So yeah, blame SAMCRO for the death of your sister. I get it, it's personal. I mean, what's the end game here? We gotta run down every Reaper on our Harley?
You know why I was such a good lawman? I never gave a shit about justice.
Key. Ooh, Key.
Hurting people who hurt people.
Jeez.
Otto Delaney put the final nail in Rico when he killed my sister, so I need another angle into the MC. Former president turning state's evidence feels like a good way to create some damage. Sign this agreement to cooperate, and I promise you a legal team to fight this bullshit murder. Immunity for your MC missteps, and WITSEC anywhere in the world.
This dude is dangerous.
I wanna see my wife, and I wanna see my son.
You don't have a son.
Why?
Because I wanna hurt people too.
Bitch.
You do know this is the only thing that's gonna buy you another night in your private suite here. I wasn't bluffing. I've used up all my favors.
Well, then you better get on it, because I ain't signing shit till I see both of them.
Doesn't feel like you have a whole ton of leverage in this situation to be demanding shit, but
But kind of, but I don't know.
I mean,
I don't even know.
he's Lee's ticket to getting what he wants.
Right.
But it's like Clay will just die.
So he wants to hurt some people. What is he going to say to Gemma?
I can't go to jail.
I am going to do everything I can to help you, Tara.
And what about Torek?
He's lashing out, trying to hurt you and the club, but he's got no jurisdiction, no badge. I'm sorry, I asked him to wait for my call. Do you want me to tell him
No.
you're not ready?
I wrote down everything I can remember.
Oh, so she's good.
Okay.
Did you start the other paperwork?
Yes.
I'll call you soon. Thank you.
What other paperwork?
I'm really thinking that she's going to want a divorce. Hi, babe. How are you?
She kind of smirked and smiled there. They haven't said anything to each other. That was
So uncomfortable.
I mean, Jax knows that she hasn't wanted to see him, so there's probably a little bit of
when you
that feeling there.
Okay, so what's the rule on she's out now? So just while she was gone for a couple of days?
It's just like if Jax went to jail, she could do what she wants.
She's not gonna though.
It doesn't matter if you're gonna.
Dude, you can't keep your shit together. Oh my god.
It's the same reason that like Luann and Bobby, because Otto was locked up.
But I know, but he was locked up forever. That's not like
it's different rules than what reality is.
Something went down with Nero's crew. It's about that school shooting yesterday.
You were right. KG-9 was street converted, full auto, no marks.
Final count?
4 dead, 3 of them were kids.
I missed you.
I missed you too.
I also slept with another lady. You fucking dick.
Guess I won't be going to Oregon anytime soon.
I understand why you wanted me to sign those papers.
Did you sign them?
No. Rico's dead. Clay's gone. I'm gonna start moving the club in the right direction. No more guns. We're gonna start earning legit.
What does that look like?
We're gonna grow Diosa. It's trashy money, but it ain't dirty. Or bloody.
Or bloody.
I can take care of us, Tara. No one gets hurt anymore. We don't need papers or guardians to protect our family. I know staying here isn't what we both wanted. After I just feel like if I step away now, none of that makes sense. Like what he did was for nothing.
Damn.
My trial's in 6 weeks. I could be back inside.
Any jury is gonna understand you had nothing to do with that murder. You're not going anywhere.
Ugh.
I mean, it's probably not that hard to paint a picture that shows her doing that intentionally.
Look at your husband. He's into violence.
I almost feel like that'd be a harder thing to prove that that wasn't her intent.
Right.
Because too much stuff lines up with like her.
Exactly.
Like, why
and
was she
Rico
even there?
And everything else. And wanting to see him and...
What happened?
That boy that killed those kids in the school yesterday, he belonged to my cousin's old lady. He used the KG-9.
Ours.
Yeah.
How is this going to come down on them?
I don't know. I mean, like, are they registered to somebody? Like, is that...
What did she tell the cops?
She ain't give it up, not yet. But she ain't all that to begin with. We gotta get her lost. Jimmy said you might be able to help with that.
Shit.
We gotta stay off the cells, the feds. They could be on us already.
Great.
You gotta take this.
Who is it?
County jail. They want to set visitation. Clay, requesting to visit both of us.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, Jax is getting all the news right now.
Right.
Like, holy shit, dude. Dude, why would that dude leave that frickin' any of those guns that you're working with anywhere near your family? Like, what?
How the hell an 11-year-old kid got a hold of an illegal automatic weapon? If we could tie that disaster to a Mexican street gang, the whole thing would be a lot neater.
Hanging a gang face on this might give the locals some quick comfort, but that's a very bloody Band-Aid.
Who are you?
Lee Torek, U.S. Marshal, retired. The Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club imports, modifies, and sells illegal weapons to almost every street gang.
Great.
One of the guns they put on the street, the KG-9, same gun, Matthew Jennings. You have an atrocity on your hands, the tragedy of dead children. Your broken county, the state, the whole country is watching. Do the right thing. Stop hundreds more from happening, and I can help you do that.
I mean, he is very good.
Yes.
I definitely would not want him investigating me.
No! Well, we didn't do anything.
No, but like if I was them, like having this guy hot on your tail as president of SAMCRO, like,
yeah,
it's definitely not a good thing.
What do you want?
And the way you did it, you know, when it was all going down, you, Juice, the gun, I saw it, I got it. It was like watching the other shoe drop in slow motion.
God.
It was never easy to be with Jim.
You think, dude?
You and me, we embraced some serious shit from day one. She was an amazing old lady.
Oh, thanks.
Always kept me on task. You always kept me strong. These last 6 months, shit I did. You want to know why I lied to you about all of it? Because I know you'd set me straight. And I didn't want to be straight. That would have been too hard.
I struggle with him.
A lot. Yeah, me too.
Why am I here, Clay?
Seriously, cut the bullshit and just...
I just want you to know that whatever goes down, none of this lands on
Liar. 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 You're so lying.
You think I feel bad? That I'm sorry for what I did? For telling the truth?
I never loved anybody the way I love you, Jim. And I know you feel the same.
You don't know shit about what I feel.
Oh, God.
You did the right thing.
Well, thank you. I'll go home and untie the noose.
I love you, Jim.
Let me out of here!
Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks.
Open that goddamn door!
Bears it out even to the edge of doom.
Is he gonna try and make her feel guilty?
I mean, that felt like a warning to me.
Yeah.
Stupid bitch.
I mean, this felt like his intent. Definitely a guilt trip for sure in there.
Yeah.
But I think part of his plan is to, like, plant seeds also.
Yeah.
That must have been really hard for you. Still a lot of big feelings there.
You're the coward behind the glass?
Lee Torek, Pamela's brother. The nurse Otto stabbed in the throat.
Jesus Christ. You're the one protecting him.
Right now, I'm just a heartbroken family member like you.
You turned Clay. Is that why he's puking up all that sorrow?
He really wants to tell Jax in person.
You're a dick.
I also wouldn't want to piss him off, though.
Yeah, right.
What happened with Pope?
That wasn't a club call. Clay let his rage get the best of him. Got sloppy.
I've known Clay a very long time. He's a lot of things. Sloppy isn't one of them. The last conversation I had with Clay, he wanted two things. Lay low in Belfast because of internal heat, and set himself up as my US distributor because he knew you had plans to shed the gun business. So you can see why I'm a bit curious about his sudden incarceration.
Yesterday, some kid blew away his classmates with one of our KG-9s.
Some politician pledges vengeance and reform. 6 months from now, no one remembers.
Jesus Christ.
I got no choice, Galen. I gotta move us out of guns.
I'd advise against that.
There's another charter, San Bernardino. I can get Sam Dino to pick up our whole inventory. Nothing changes on your end. Granted, I know how much you'll miss working with me.
I'll take it back to the Kings. I think they'll let you walk away if they know you're doubling their business.
It's not gonna get doubled.
Yes, it will. We've worked too hard to build this business in Northern Cali. I understand you want to wash your hands of it, but if Clay does get locked up, I want access to him. I need him to reach out to your customers, make sure they stay in my camp. One more thing, just an inventory issue. We have a surplus of KG-9s. I'm gonna ship them all out to you.
Did you hear what I just said?
Oh my God.
Fear stokes the imagination. Everyone wants the deadliest gun. Double the price, KG-9s will sell themselves. Looks like we all have something to gain from this tragedy.
Oh my God. The fuck?
Dude.
Wow, he's evil. Like, I thought he was evil, but like, fuck, he's evil.
Jax also never confirmed what he was asking about Clay.
I'm gonna rat out my own son, give up my club. I'm gonna look him in the eye before I do that. Tell him why.
Just let him go out and gen pop, dude. Fuck this guy.
I need to ask you a favor. I need some blood work done confidentially.
Are you okay?
I need a pregnancy test.
What?
Hey! Was that the last bell?
Yep. Locking it down. No more visitors, no more calls.
Oh, shit.
Send him into general population. Let's go. It's time for Clay to meet the Reaper.
Did you go through the pads?
Yes, they are very, very thorough and terrifying.
Wait, Okay, wait, is she gonna rat out the club?
It's about a culture of violence. If you do need to serve time, we have to establish that Jackson, his association with the club, is a danger to your boys.
Oh, shit!
The things you wrote down won't indict you or him of any crimes.
Oh, shit.
We still have to contend with Gemma. Grandmother's pushing for custody, make a compelling case.
That's not gonna happen.
What?
I will wait until right before your trial to file for the divorce.
I found out who's protecting him. That nurse that Otto killed, it's her brother.
Oh, shit.
Clay's telling me how he forgives me, thinks I did the right thing.
You sound like Clay.
Sounds like a guy who's bleeding guilt because he made a deal. You gotta go find out what's going on.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
We gotta get out of here.
Put the gun down. No! Drop it, Jax.
Oh, shit, Gemma.
I know, Gemma's gonna Gemma.
Oh, what?
Gemma!
German, now!
Shit, slide over.
Oh my god. Holy shit. There's so much happening. See, a divorce in custody. Fuck. What is happening right now?
Does he have
going
the
through
same
withdrawals?
type of hand issues that like Clay has? Dude, he is fucking scary, dude.
Wow.
Did he just sign it for Clay?
Because I was like, wait a minute, I thought his name was Lee.
Yeah, it's like Clarence Morrow. That's Clay.
Yeah, that's... Wow.
He just signed it for Clay.
Yeah. He just shot his cousin in the head.
Dude, the shit that, like... You get into, like, business and relationships with SAMCRO, this is what happens to your life.
Yeah.
Like, obviously Nero's got a past, but... Damn, dude.
Relax, okay?
Ugh, I don't like watching that shit. Oh, God. Oh my God, Juice is not Juice anymore.
Oh my God, dude, this show is fucked up. I totally feel like Juice is gonna check out at some point.
Oh my God, poor Juice.
I mean, just the fact that it's like literally every time Jax is like, you do
God.
this, and no questions asked, it's like, that's way too heavy.
Oh my God. What is he gonna fucking do?
Give her half the 10-pack. Look at the balloon. There's still dope in it.
Who knows what else she took? She probably dropped something before she went commando.
Nero's like...
I don't believe you.
But he's also at a point where it's just like, what the fuck am I involved in?
Yeah.
Gotta know. Her dead in that other room. That was your call?
No. It had to be the drugs.
Now you're lying to him?
Yeah, he knows. He fucking knows you're lying too.
I know how rough this has been on you, brother. But everything I'm doing here is for you.
He knows. He fucking knows. He fucking knows. If I fuck up, he's gonna kill me too.
This is so wild. He always gives Juice that little kiss on the cheek or the forehead as like...
Good boy.
Wild. It's like he's gonna get the information on Tara and the divorce, Clay ratting on him, all this information with the friggin' guns, all this shit that's happening right now is just getting fucking piled on top of his head. He's gonna get blindsided by some stuff that's... I don't think he's gonna react well. One more? Because he needs 4, right? It's gonna be Juice. I worry that it's gonna be Juice.
There's a lot more than just sex going on there.
I mean, she's crying, so obviously that's not a good sign. But dude, these first 2 episodes, there's so much. I mean, what is gonna happen now that the mom of the kid who shot the school is now gone?
Yeah.
Like,
well, okay, but now that also, Nero's cousin is gone.
Yeah.
Oh, they just ran off together. They're, fugitives or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they would be fugitives.
I mean, but
I mean,
also you can link that gun back to...
Well, that's once all that, like all this stuff that's happening around the gun and with Lee trying to like get things in place. I mean, this is, I don't know if this is possible, but this is the biggest shit that I feel like the club is going to have to deal with that we've seen to this point.
Whoa.
And they dealt with a lot of really big shit in the past, and especially like Authority and like previous Rico, and just this feels bigger because I think this might be, and like correct me if I'm wrong, but the moment the gun gets linked to SAMCRO, the public's going to come after them.
Right.
And they're not going to have the support of the
No.
people protecting anything anymore.
No, but I mean, there's so much shit happening right now. I mean, like, I can't even think about anything other than like, is Tara gonna go in like witness protection and leave her kids to Wendy and like hope that they can get out of there?
I don't know what all
And
of her...
taking the kids away from Jax and Gemma.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
I mean, the paperwork was like, there's a lot of paperwork that lawyers been put to work.
So
like, a lot.
she wrote down like what, like all the shit that they've done.
I think that's what the journal was, because she said that it was very detailed and it won't get either of them in trouble.
Right.
So I mean, between Clay ratting, it feels like Tara's going to reveal information. Just like in terms of custody battle, it sounds like it's all for custody because.
Okay, but then like she's like basically like Gemma's like no problem. Is she gonna say something about Gemma?
I think she's saying everything
Gemma
about.
Gonna go up to prison? Like, does that then put Clay in the hole? But then like Clay had to know that something was going on because he's getting another night in, you know.
I forget what the lawyer's name is, but she said that there won't be jail involved from the vibe I got. This is all strictly to remove anyone who might try to get custody.
Yeah.
To like, but I don't know where it goes after that. It's just, I think she basically laid out the case that like Jax can't have custody, Gemma can't have custody. Like, no one else could have custody, and custody's going to go to Wendy.
She didn't say anything about jail time about Gemma, though.
I mean,
she just said for her and Jax.
I assume it's under the same thing, but I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know what information she's revealing. If she's literally telling a life story of her involvement with SAMCRO,
I mean, she helped kill someone that was abusing her.
I mean, who was an agent. I mean, there's a lot. And we don't have the specifics on what Tara's revealing.
No.
But it's all about custody. It's divorce.
Pregnancy test?
This is going to be one of those. I mean, I don't even know how Jax is going to handle all this information.
Is that
like
how
the stuff with the Irish? If he gets the face-to-face with Clay, he gets the information on the divorce and the custody. Like, holy shit. There's so much stuff coming that he's not even aware of.
And then if she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And then if she can escape, is she gonna then like, oh well, at least I got to save one baby?
I don't know.
That's fucking wild.
I mean, the club is literally falling apart. Bobby's out there. It feels like he's recruiting to join him to get Nomad going. And the look in Juice's eyes,
he's like he's dead inside.
It's just, he's not there and he doesn't want to do this anymore. And him being forcefully loyal to Jax, I think is what's wearing him out.
Yeah.
Because Jax is having him do some fucked up shit. And I just think he's done. And I could see Juice being that fourth, because they said 4, right?
Yeah.
So Bobby wrote down 2 names, those 2 names, and I feel like Juice is the obvious next person to leave SAMCRO.
I mean, unless Juice does something to himself, because I feel like he could go to that dark place again.
Yeah, I think...
How do you not go to a dark place
living in this world
when you're with this?
Yeah.
He just had to kill a woman that lost her child.
Right. She was innocent. She didn't do anything wrong, but... She's dead now. Like, obviously, there's like you could put blame in a bunch of different places.
Well, yeah, like having her be around those people with guns and having the gun out, letting her child have access to the weapon.
Making it, like, having that gun be linked to Jax in the club and Nero, it's just...
Jax lied right to Nero's face.
Yeah. Nero is absolutely regretting all of this.
Yeah, and he knows Jax is lying.
The way his life has gone back into this really bad place, it's basically all since friggin' SAMCRO came into his life. Gemma, like the deals with Jax and expanding the business. Like, what is Lee doing there? Like, what is this? Like, he is a sick motherfucker, but he's also really quite good at his job. And he's a good talker. He's obviously knows exactly what he's doing, and he's getting everything laid out the way that he needs to. Why is he going to have that sex worker go to his place? Is he going to do something to her and like pin it on them? Like get the business fucked up?
But that's
try to hurt the business?
Or didn't he tell the congresswoman or the politician lady to go to his hotel also?
Oh,
that could be pulling right out of my ass, but I don't recall
that part.
Or is he gonna like try and blackmail her into like, look, I caught you with a prostitute or something?
I mean,
I don't know.
This dude seems like, and I've said this about other folks in this show many times, it feels like he has no limit to what he's gonna do to get what he wants.
Right.
And with his pull and his leverage and his connections, he's a really, really dangerous dude to have mad at you.
My anxiety during this episode is fucking nuts.
Like these first two episodes, it has a very different vibe to it than the previous episodes. It almost feels like it's way more grounded in reality than what we've seen in the past. I don't know if it's because of the kids stuff. I don't know if it's because of the like Lee or like the political thing or the other parents that are like I don't know what it is, but something feels more grounded, at least just these first two episodes. And it feels like this shit is like literally going to end soon.
Well, and it feels like no one's on Jax's side anymore.
No. Like
even Chibs is like, what the fuck?
You see Chibs you see Tig, like they all have this look in their eye, and obviously every time Juice is told to do something, you can see the resistance in his face. But, I mean, what is going to happen with this meeting if him and Clay have a talk?
Well,
and Clay's like, if I'm going to wrap my club, I'm going to do it to the kid's face, the one that I want to hurt the most. So, obviously his intent is to get Jax, to hurt Jax. And at this point, it doesn't seem like he really gives a fuck about the club in general. And he's just going to do whatever it takes to... Like, he's got nothing to lose at this point.
Right.
And he wants revenge. And, I mean...
Wild.
That meeting with Gemma sucked.
That was awful.
Because you could tell, like, obviously Gemma's going to have something still in there for Clay. They've been through a lot.
Yeah.
And they've been together a long time. And when someone that you're used to speaks a way that isn't normal for that person, and they're, like, being sympathetic and apologetic and feeling, like, a certain way... It probably hit her really hard, which is why she went straight to the bathroom to go sob. But it's like, dude, the manipulation games that he plays,
don't fall for it.
It could be genuine. I don't give a fuck. I don't think it is, because he has an agenda and he's playing a game.
It's definitely not like sincere from Clay's point of view.
It's been in the past.
Yeah, but only to get something.
It's always to get something.
But like,
I'll never defend or fight or do anything on Clay's side ever.
Do you think Clay's going to tell Jax that Gemma also had something to do with?
I don't know what he's going to say, but I'm fascinated to find out what information he's going to tell Jax. But
wild.
I mean, these first two episodes, different. It feels different. And it just feels very intense. Jax is a whole different person, it feels like right now, which I think also might shift the tone of the show a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, and also knowing what is potentially coming to him, like that anticipation is kind of brutal. Like feeling trying to guess and assume what his reaction is going to be to finding out about Tara and what like Clay's going to do. And I mean, this whole Irish thing, too, that he's dealing with.
Oh, my God.
Like, getting blindsided with all that, it's just... again, this feels like it's on a different level.
Yeah.
So I don't know where we're going. It definitely feels bad. I feel like every season I've said that this feels like the thing that's going to destroy the club.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is something that could tear down the club.
Yeah.
They're literally on the verge of collapse. And it feels like Jax has lost, like a head coach in sports. Like they've lost the team. Yeah. When a team struggles and is doing bad and the coach, like they just don't want to listen to the coach anymore. Coach lost the locker room at a certain point. It feels like Jax is at that point where he's lost his group. He's lost his guys.
Because, like, who do we have left? We have, like, the prospects, or there's 2 of them. Yeah. 2 or 3 of them.
I mean,
and then
Tig,
Happy, Chibs.
And, I mean, Happy, I feel like, is always going to be ride or die for Jax in the club.
And
I don't think...
So they got 4...
Yeah.
6, maybe?
It's not looking good. So... I hope Jax is aware, and I hope Jax has a plan, because he always seems to be very smart and very strategic with the way he's done things in the past, but things feel like they're slipping out of his grip, but it's definitely not good.
In the worst way.
Yeah. Any other thoughts?
No, not right now.
All right, y'all. Leave your comments. We'll see you later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.